Hello, this is PFC Wells. Just wanting to give a um, video based example of a couple of AI mod suites that I've put together over my time back. I've noticed that we've been doing a lot more PvE drills since our most recent scrimmages, and we kind of sometimes we used to be working with AI a lot more, and I noticed that we stopped. A while ago, Captain Hill had added one of the mods from the suite, and I'd have taken the time in between then. I think that was about 8 or 9 months ago. Um, and I've kind of taken the time and created like a little 3-4 mod pack. It's Logic.FSM suite and Lamb's Danger.FSM. The two mods groups actually work with each other. The developers coordinated their efforts to allow their mods to work with each other seamlessly, and they don't overpower each other. This or the other. Um, a couple things. This scenario is a sector control with a manpower limit of 10. While I'm sitting here, I'm going to add a couple of emplacements to see if we can get that showing up. So give me just a moment to add some 50 cals. And then we'll get started with this demonstration. A couple things just out the gate. Base features of this kind of mod pack suite is that AI units no longer have perfect information of their surroundings and environment. They also have dynamically shifting accuracy well, I think it's 15 different hidden AI skill values are dynamic and are able to be adjusted by situational variables such as if they're under fire, in combat, stamina usage, all those things. So what that kind of ends up as an immediate effect is that AI units are no longer pinpoint accurate snipers, doming people from 300 meters away with a pistol. The other thing that these mod spec adds primarily when it comes to behavior is just you'll see a little bit more intelligent AI movement. A couple of big features is that AI units, are able to. Squad leaders have a hidden radio value, which allows them to communicate with other groups and vehicle assets and other assets like artillery if it's in the area, and it will allow them to communicate and utilize those things in a mechanized environment. So I'm going to go ahead and get this scenario started. There are a couple of interesting things. So their open field tactics, if they are unable to get to cover, is to try to provide outward suppressive fire and maneuvering. So we're going to see formations of subgroups within squads, typically 2-man, 3-man teams. We're going to see suppression, like actual AI suppression, not just mag dumping from them. They will try to set up talking guns, like firing lines, when they I have identified that there is a target in the area and they think they know where it is. Another thing we're going to kind of see here is how they move. They try not to go full derpy. They still sometimes do if a couple of they're trying to set up a multi-squad or multi-team maneuver. We'll have a couple things like just AI kind of layering in some spots. Like so, looks like we have a couple of independent guys. So we have an independent group here. So it looks like Op4 made first contact and has actually utilized one of these M2 guns that we have in the area. So he's like CQB. Enemy fired here. Oh, Blue 4 is utilizing M2. As AI units taking fire! Tactical. Now that we have contact reported, there's going to likely be some maneuvering elements. So we have Ghost 1-1 on Op4 here, trying to maneuver on the M2 that is over here. Sorry. They're going to try to engage and kill target. kind of leave the camera here and we'll see how these guys move. If I notice anything particular, I'll try to zoom into it. One of the other compact actually take losses, they'll dynamically try to determine whether or not they can engage the threat directly or if they need to pull back. We could see some of that here. Actually consolidating. Now, that these units that have spawned in of the teams that are out in the field, and if they, I think it's if they get within 15-20 meters of another Blue 4 unit, they'll exchange information between their groups, FSM Mod, allowing them to figure out. They'll turn to gain quote-unquote knowledge of the There we go. So Op4 managed to finally take down this asset. Now it looks like Op4 is actually trying to break and re-attack this sector from the north side here. Blue 4 has also kind of broken contact to kind of reconsolidate because they know that they're going up against a pretty heavily, equally armed force. So something we'll see here is units that are probing and reconning for the group. They'll kind of run out, try to spot targets. They'll go out, seek, find, and report back to the other squad leaders if they have radio. Or they'll yell it. The AI units are also a bit more vocal in their actual. Let's see, I can't find one that is. So we have a pretty good solid force of Op4 here. Let's just take a look at how they're moving. So they've kind of consolidated around this asset, this 50 now, and are now ready to stack up and move it down. So they're engaging it here. This is more relevant to infantry stuff with us and how we do things. But when it comes to vehicles, they are not as suicidal with them. They'll try to maneuver them off-site. Like, they'll take a BTR over to this area and try to engage the M2, or if they get like engagement, they'll try to themselves. Engage. Things like that. There's kind of suppression. We got like a nice little blob going on here. As they aren't sure whether or not Op4 is over here. where it is approximately 200 feet longer. And in that scenario, of course, client side, I lose frames, but I've had intermittent issues with, like, like when they utilize combat engineers to destroy fortified buildings, they'll try to do that all at the same time if they can't coordinated fire. And of course, vehicles just with armor. It's gonna be pretty harsh on performance, but anything outside of, as long as it's say like 75 AI at a time, there's no issue even on my bad rig, which is only has like an Intel i5 and a GTX like 980. There's been a lot of optimization to these few mods ever since they've been instituted. And a lot of what these mods are just additions to and edits to how ARM's logic system enacts on units. So Op4 currently controls the sector on force. Blue 4 is going to try to get their guys in. And since this is a sector control, there are actually special strings and whatnot in offshoot FSM modules for like sector control and all this other stuff. So if they acknowledge that there's an objective, they'll try to maneuver on the objective if they are, if it's relevant. And if not, if you place them outside the right, you can destroy or move forward, attack. Probing course. We have multiple suppressive fire. They haven't hit this guy yet. Now, I haven't messed with any of the default skill values to kind of set a baseline on it. I personally have all these scenarios generally but they will hit, especially on players.